I'm Prophet Craig Smith, and thank you for tuning in. The Bible tells us that in the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 16. If you're not tuning in right now, you can share the link there with your family members and friends and let them know that I'm here live on Facebook. Believers, there's so much that needs to be done. And I believe that everything within your life that's undone will be done. I know that your life will never, ever, ever be the same. Your life will never, ever be uncompleted. The Bible tells us, according to the writer Matthew, he was yet a tax gatherer. And he tells us here in Matthew chapter 20 there, he said that the last shall be first. Now, saints, I want you to envision the word last as a place. There's some of you right now, you're thinking you're dead last. I want you to know that you are not finished. Last does not mean that, guess what, that things are concluded or things are over. Last does not mean finished. When we look at the word last in terms of a place or a location, God will use the last place that you think that will never bless you to bless you. That's right. God will use the last place that you never even assumed or had in mind to help you to get past your misery. You're going through a hard time right now. You're going through some type of downtime. Your circumstance may look bad, but according to Matthew, chapter 20 there, verse 16, the Bible tells us that the last shall be first. It may look or appear as if it's all over for you. I want you to know, just like Jacob, he said, I never understood or I did not know that God was in this place. The word last doesn't just mean a person. You're thinking, God, I'm so dead last in this circumstance. I'm so behind on my bills. I want you to know that God can use places that you never assumed the blessing can come from just to help you. You're in a bind right now, and I believe that God is going to release a mighty blessing within your circumstance. As you're there commenting or sharing this Facebook Live video here, I know that God has a prophetic release in store for you. Your life will turn for the better. The Bible even tells us concerning the woman there, concerning her water vessel or pot, that she left it there at the well. I mean, she prepared herself to be here or be at the well. Envision a woman basically come into this well here. Other females were yet walking back and forth there at that well. And she herself had went to sleep the night before. She got up. She had in mind to catch water. There are times when God will change your direction, and you have to be ready for that. Because Satan himself will try to bind you from time to time, and he will also try to fight your direction. There are times when Satan is not fighting you, but he will try to fight your direction. Here comes God. We know that this lady here made some bad decisions. We know that she had went through some routes there, made some bad turns. She went down the wrong road, but Jesus showed up at the right time. I'm so glad that Jesus Christ can show up at the right time to sanctify the direction that you're going on. The Bible told us that she left her pail. She left her bucket. She left the very thing that was supposed to contain or hold the blessing. I believe that Jesus Christ is holding you up right now. You're going through a bad occurrence, but I believe that your circumstance is getting ready to change with a miracle. That's right. I believe that life is full, or life will be changing for you, because we know that God is a God of miracles. With God, all miracles are possible. The Bible told us that she dropped her water vessel. This was a pledge that she would have returned. According to theologians, they would tell you that she left the actual pail there or bucket, indicating that, guess what? I'm going to return. You're going through something right now. It may look like you will never bounce back. It may look like you could never come out. It may look like your circumstance will never change. It may look like your finances will never turn for the better. I believe that prosperity is searching for you. I believe that your healing is searching for you. The Bible tells us that she left her water pot. Think about this, saints. There were many females that had their own water pots. Their water pots were basically there. It was customized according to their liking. Some females in biblical times would even engrave their name or some type of liking there on their water pot, just to specify that this is my water vessel. When she left it there were other females that thought that she was being careless. They thought maybe she was no good. I want you to know that God will not allow anyone to use your negligence or some type of mistake against you. God will turn your mistake into a miracle. The Bible told us that she left the water pot there. She was not supposed to leave the water pot there. And when she came back, she knew that Jesus would have changed her circumstance very quickly. You're going through a circumstance right now that is too hard for you. I believe that if it's too heavy for you, it's a prayer request. God told me these words here, and he said to convey these words to you. If it's too heavy, it's a prayer request. Think about this. If you're carrying something on your shoulder, it could be a water jar. It could be a pitcher. You say, God, I'm going to work. I'm going to this function here. And my life is so stressed out. I just don't know what to do at this point. I just don't know what to do or where to go. I believe that Jesus changed her direction. Her direction became a stumbling block. She was yet living with somebody that was not her husband. She was yet catching water for somebody that didn't love her to marry her. But Jesus changed her direction. The Bible also tells us that his word, that's right, his word is a lamp unto your feet. In other words, I want you to say these words with me right now, or say these words within yourself, that God, your word is a lamp unto my feet, and I'm not defeated. I want you to know that you have light in your feet and you are not defeated. You're going through something right now. Your household may be turning against you. Your loved ones may be forsaking you. But I believe that light is in your feet and you are not defeated. Saints, like what I said earlier there in the Holy Ghost, you're thinking that you're dead last. Last does not indicate that you are at the back. I believe that last can also imply or also mean that it's a location. God will use places like the well to bless you. He would use places where you can leave your water pots. He can leave a blessing with you. I believe that a blessing will find you in your circumstance. You're not going to have a new problem. You're going to have a new blessing. The Bible even tells us about Jacob there. He said, I did not know that God was in this place. Believers, don't look at your condition in a negative way. Don't think that God cannot bless you because you are last when it comes to the business market. When you're last in your relationship, you feel that God, I feel like God, I'm so single, or I just don't know what to do. I believe that God can change your circumstance very quickly. You have light in your feet and you are not defeated. I'm Prophet Craig Smith, and that's all the time I have for now. Until then, be sure to tune in next time.